we can do this. Why don't you hand me a copy so I can read that? All right.
Repeat after me, please. I, Greg Brody, as Fire Chief of the Vernonia Rural Fire Protection District, swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Oregon.
I, Greg Brody, as the Fire Chief of the Vernonia Rural Fire Protection District, swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Oregon.
That I will faithfully, honestly, and impartially discharge the duties of the Vernonia Rural Fire Protection District.
And I will faithfully, honestly, and impartially discharge the duties of the Vernonia Rural Fire Protection District.
That I pledge to carry out the duties of the Fire Chief to the best of my ability and will honor and respect the mission, goals, purpose, and policies of the Vernonia Rural Fire Protection District.
I pledge to carry out the duties of the Fire Chief to the best of my ability and will honor and respect the mission, goals, and purpose and policies of the Vernonia Rural Fire Protection District.
That I recognize the badge of my office as a symbol of public faith and trust, and I accept so long as I am true to the ethics of the fire service and make these promises so solemnly, freely, and upon my honor.
I recognize the badge of my office as a symbol of public faith and trust, and I accept so long as I am true to the ethics of the fire service, and I make these promises so solemnly, freely, and upon my honor.
Thank you.
All right, we'll sign these. Sign right here. Okay, so for those of you that aren't aware, the fire department has a long-standing tradition where we have family members and friends come up and perform a badging and pinning ceremony. I'd like to take this time to introduce some of my family members that will be coming up here and friends as well, co-workers and colleagues. First of all, the first person I'd like to introduce is my father, John Brody, who's going to come up here and we'll work together on getting this badge on me. Come on up here, Dad. So, let's get this all set up for you. There you go. We'll work together.
Easy.
We'll give you a hand. There we go. Thank you. All right, Toda, why don't you sit right there? Next time we're bringing my mother up here, Linda Dodds, my sister-in-law, Taya, and her son, my nephew, Jack. All right, thank you. Next up, I'm going to bring a trusted friend and colleague of mine, Bree Brogley. She is a Scappoose firefighter. She's also a dispatcher at 911 for us. Don't stab me with that now. We'll get some, how about, real quick, if you guys don't mind, Bree, come on back up here. Let's get some pictures real quick. I know some people want some pictures. Everybody. Yeah, just stand right next to me. Pops, why don't you go right here? All right. Anybody want to get some pictures? Look that way. Look that way. Cool, thank you. So, not quite. I got a couple things I want to say. First of all, what have you done? What have I done? I stand here before you guys, a truly honored and humbled man. I'll be fully honest with you, being the fire chief of Vernonia was not on my bingo card. Didn't see that one coming. But I'm also somebody that understands that opportunity presents itself in the most unique, strange ways. I can tell you that I'm not somebody to dive in anything head first, without first, doing my own independent investigation and talking to things. And I will tell you this, I'll tell everybody in this room, that before I even got serious about things, I talked to a whole bunch of people. I talked to the volunteers. I talked to the paid staff. I talked to the chief officers of this district. I talked to community members in the community, and I talked to our board members. And I asked them about this organization. And everybody had the same words to say, that this is truly an incredible and resilient organization and has been through a lot, both physically and internally and externally. But every single time throughout it all, this organization has shined through. And I am deeply proud to be able to carry forth, kind of start a new chapter in our book on how we can do things in a better way, to improve upon everything that you guys have already created and started. We're going to improve upon it. We've already seen some improvements starting. I'm starting to see volunteers crawl out of the woodwork here that they're coming on board. I got to meet Steve Weller, and I've had some great conversations with Steve. Just members of our community, and he's a former fire chief. I mean, it's great to see you here. Thanks for coming, Steve. I appreciate it. Folks, we are in for an interesting time here. We are going to be faced with a lot. Just number one is getting ourselves put into this fire station. Oh, I see Chief Lenz is here too. Good to see you, Chief. We are going to just getting ourselves moved in. That process is actually going to start tomorrow and continue throughout the week, and probably the week after that, just to get ourselves situated. That's just the beginning. That is just the beginning of everything else. We are faced with a lot of things coming up. We've got some budget things that we're going to have to work on. We're going to have to look at the way we do things. Will things change? Probably. Probably. I don't think we should be afraid to say that change is something that we can't be afraid of. Well, we've got to be able to try something new. And if it doesn't work, we'll try something else. If that doesn't work, maybe we'll go back to the way we were doing it. But we can't be afraid of change. Change can be better, but there's only one way for us to find out. Folks, I deeply respect this organization. I respect the people that are part of this organization, part of this community. That's what we're here for. The number one thing we'll never forget is our ultimate goal is to serve the members of this community in the absolute best, finest, and most honorable way we can. As your fire chief, that's my promise to you, and it's also my promise that it's something I will insist upon everybody else that wears this patch on their shoulder, that patch. They will also be held to that same standard. I don't think I'll take up any more of your time. I could probably keep on going, but is there any questions from anybody? Or this isn't the appropriate time to do it. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. Nice to have my family out here. They made a long drive from Beaverton, so thanks everybody. I appreciate your time.